Welcome in. This is our 49ers Raiders preview. Figured we'd do it Vegas style. It's alive, but not in front of the computer. This is a lot more fun. The dogs are going crazy. That's Teddy. Bears over on the other side too. I think they heard me talking, but they're really confused because they ran the other way. If I jump in to the water right now, these guys are going to try to save me. They get really freaked out, but I'm a good swimmer, so it's all right. That's Vegas behind me, Allegiant Stadium behind me. I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour. We'll zoom in on it. We could zoom in on the Raiders facility as well. But in 24 hours, 49ers Raiders will be wrapped up already. That's 1 p.m. on Sunday. So let's go through some of the players to watch. Obviously, Trey Lance is going to be starting this game, playing the first half, and we expect Sam Darnold to play the second half for the 49ers. So, I mean, that's self-explanatory. You want to see Trey continue keeping up the accuracy, and you want to see Sam Darnold continue to avoid the interceptions and also just be comfortable in the whole process. The plays are going to come in to his headset from the sideline from Kyle Shanahan. He's going to have to decipher what's being said, communicate it to the huddle, make the checks at the line of scrimmage, all the stuff that comes with running an effective offense. Sam Darnold is going to have to deliver that for the 49ers tomorrow. So that's my first position to watch. Then I can't wait to see what the 49ers do at running back, because running back's the one position that you can't really evaluate fully and get a really good beat on in practice if you're not tackling live to the ground. And the 49ers don't tackle live in practice because the 49ers are so big on yards after contact. So if you can't bring a guy to the ground, then a running back can't practice his yards after contact. So in the preseason, the running backs are going to have a chance to work on that. I doubt that Christian McCaffrey is going to play, but Ty Davis-Price is not a first stringer. He's in phenomenal shape this year. I mean, just looks like a wrecking ball out there. He's moving quicker, more muscle. He's up to 228. You know, I said he was a little bit plodding last year. He's more of your typical bell cow running back last year. This year, this guy looks like an absolute force. So I'm looking at Ty Davis-Price in that backfield. Obviously, Jordan Mason, all the backs. It's going to be exciting. See Kalon LeBourne. He's built like a cannonball, low to the ground. Should be fun to watch. And then Jerry McNichols is back with the 49ers this year. He was with them in 2017. Spent most of that season on the practice squad. That was Kyle Shanahan's first year. Before we go to the next position, why don't we go to the view? Let me get my feet wet. It's 100 degrees out here. Went to Hoover Dam today. It was even a little bit hotter out at Hoover Dam. There we go. Got to kick some water. It's even hotter out at Hoover Dam. So I have to get my feet wet while I'm doing this video. And we could actually walk over here and get a little piece of the view. We're going to move on to the receiver room. People talking about Danny Gray. He was sore the other day. I would think that he's going to play in this game. Again, starters probably won't play, but Danny Gray, I don't consider him to be a starter. So I would think that Danny Gray would play in this game. I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see Ronnie Bell. I mean, punt returner, that's going to be a big competition for the 49ers now that Ray McLeod is hurt and out for a few weeks. Here's our zoom. There's the strip. Right in the middle, it's Allegiant Stadium. It's hard to keep it stabilized. It's a gorgeous day scenery-wise, but it is hot. It's 100 degrees. I mean, it's Vegas in August. What else do you expect? Now, if I zoom out, we can go over here. There's an empty parcel here to our right, and we could see the Raiders facility right there. That's where the Niners practiced, and I believe they held a walkthrough there today as well. Cool. Okay, let's get back to this. Let's keep on talking. 49ers receivers, yeah, Ronnie Bell, can't wait to see him. Tay Martin's impressed me a lot here during training camp. A lot of Kendrick Bourne comps for Tay Martin's. Let's see if he keeps on showing out here in one of these preseason games. So he's going to have that opportunity to work with Trey Lance and Sam Darnold tomorrow. Tight end room, that's going to be big. I mean, Cam Latu has been dropping way too many passes, and he dropped another one the other day at the end of the session. Was better in the second day of the open practices, but Cam Latu's got to do a better job holding on to the football. He's going to have a chance during these games. You know, a lot of times guys will get into NFL, especially into a system like Kyle Shanahan's, and you're going to be swimming. You're going to be like literally not swimming in the water. You're going to be swimming in the Pacific Ocean, though, as far as learning the playbook goes. And when that happens, you're overthinking stuff. You're not really playing. Balls start clanging off your hands. It's not good. I've been more impressed with Braden Willis than Cam Latu out of the 49ers, 2 rookie tight ends, but I am excited to see both of those guys play. Move to Jack Coletto, fullback. maybe can play some tight end. That's a future kind of developmental prospect. So this is going to be sweet to see if Jack Coletto can see some run for the 49ers, show off some of that versatility, the jackhammer out of Oregon State. Along the offensive line, I don't know how they're going to divvy this up, but if they're not playing starters, then you're going to see the swing tackle candidates play a lot. If Jalen Moore's healthy enough to play, we'll see him. We'll see Matt Pryor. Is Pryor only going to be on the right side where he's more comfortable, or is he going to move to the left? You know, Leroy Watson in a game situation should be very, very intriguing. It's going to be the first time that we've seen Leroy in a game situation, because the 49ers didn't sign him until Labor Day last year, and he was still kind of a tight end weight, right? He had to add that weight to go from tight end weight to O-line weight. He's put on the 30 to 40 pounds. Still a raw prospect, but, you know, I saw him beat Jordan Willis the other day in one-on-ones against the Raiders. Former 49er Jordan Willis, mind you. 49ers legend Jordan Willis, and I thought that Leroy Watson's made some strides. So this is the first time that we're going to get to see him play tackle in a game situation, so I'm going to be watching that in this one. Then Nick Zakelj. I mean, Nick Zakelj wasn't ready to play last year as a rookie. He was a 6th-round pick out of Fordham, but I think that Nick Zakelj's come along a lot physically, so he's going to be somebody to watch in this football game. Move over a little bit. We can move over to the other pool right here. Other pool's looking nice. This pool's a little bit, here are the dogs. Teddy. So people request to see the dogs. And Bear. I smashed my head on that drawbridge yesterday. Swimming. It was bad. It's actually a little bit of a cut. I could show you guys. You guys see it? Right here? Yeah. So that wasn't good. I was trying to do some fancy stuff, some dolphin kicks underwater without goggles through to the hot tub, and didn't really work out. Anyway, where are we at? Defensive line. Alex Barrett. Why don't we talk about Alex Barrett on the defensive line? He's been with the 49ers since 2019, mainly on the practice squad. Guy seems to be getting pressure each and every practice. And, I mean, what a story that would be if he finally broke through into the rotation. And we know that Chris Kasarik wants to play with a rotation. He wants to keep these guys on the D-line fresh. So watch Barrett, because he's just worked his ass off in the system. And this might be his year with how thin they are at defensive end, right? Drake Jackson's hurt. He's got a hamstring injury. They're still looking for that spot opposite Nick Bosa, and they're still waiting for Nick Bosa to actually end his holdout. So right now, these preseason games, big-time opportunities for the reclamation projects, right? I wouldn't even consider Alex Barrett a reclamation project. He's just a guy that's been working his ass off behind the scenes with the 49ers. So you just got to tip your cap to him for the perseverance. He's been with the team since 2019, and see if he can break through this year. You've got other guys who just showed up, Taco Charlton, but he's been playing well. That would be a reclamation project. Chance for him. Chance for Cleveland Farrell working against his old team, the Raiders. Chance for somebody like Austin Bryant, who seems to have had fresh legs after missing a week early in training camp. You know, these defensive linemen, and Javon Kinlaw is going to play tomorrow. And this is going to be his first chance to showcase his newer, healthier frame, working all those Pilates in off-season with that new balance. So the defensive line is going to be fun to watch. And because this is the first game of the preseason, some of those depth pieces are going to be the pieces that will really have a chance to shine in this game. Then there's the linebacker position. And at linebacker, you know, that desert sun, it's so hot. Look at the silhouette. Cool. Linebacker... Artificial grass. Ooh, that feels nice on my feet. That's where the 49ers might have a surplus, right, at that linebacker position. And that's good for them because they might be able to make a trade. They might be able to sell off some players at the cut down and maybe swing it for a swing tackle the other way. You know, or cap savings. Oren Burks would save $2.5 million. Not saying they're going to trade Oren Burks. I'm just saying that if you build wealth at the position, which means build your arsenal of capable players at the position, good things can happen. They traded Jonas Griffith away at the roster cut down a couple years ago to the Denver Broncos, netted a 7th-round picks can be valuable, especially for a team that scouts and selects as well as the 49ers in the late rounds. That's where Brock Purdy went. That's where Juwan Jennings went. Ronnie Bell's a 7th-rounder, right? So that at linebacker, I see that potential surplus. So I want to see Jonas Griffith, big, tall linebacker out of Purdue, They might be training to play that Mike position with the radio in his helmet. D. Winters, we know the instincts at TCU. We've already seen some good instincts on the field. Marcelino McCrary-Ball has been getting some run with the first team for the 49ers. So I'm sure we'll see him extensively tomorrow, see if that second-year jump is big for Marcelino. Could be really fun stuff in that linebacker room out of some of these youngsters. So this will be their time to shine. In the secondary, the 49ers are a little bit thin. Darrell Luter Jr., the rookie, right? He's still on PUP, so he's not going to be able to play. But everybody's been waiting to see Deshaun Jameson. At the safety spot, everybody's been waiting to see their top draft pick, Jair Brown. And, you know, the talk is that he's going to be a stud once live tackling starts because he's built. You look at him, he doesn't look like a rookie, so he'll be hitting people out there tomorrow. So Jameson and Brown. Samuel Womack, who's been having a really good camp. He's been all over the field. We'll get to see him in a more pressurized game role. It's going to be good. But, you know, out of all those guys, Deshaun Jameson was a great returner at Texas. And you can't practice punt returns in training camp either because there's no live tackling. So this is going to be a chance to showcase who can fill in for Ray McLeod as a punt returner. So I'm looking for Deshaun Jameson. I'm looking for Ronnie Bell. Maybe Danny Gray back there. Willie Snead, who's a receiver who's had a good camp, he might be able to return some punts as well. So it's all going to be an audition. So don't just focus on Lance and Darnold. I mean, that's going to be the headline. It's a whole lot more that you can watch. And obviously, Tane Martin. Somebody's saying Tane Martin. Yeah, maybe he can get back there too. It's about catching the punt first and foremost, right? So that's who to watch in this game tomorrow between the 49ers and the Raiders. It's going to be here in Vegas. We're in the Southern Highlands, but it's going to be at Allegiant Stadium right there. It's going to be a big one. Camera's shaking a little bit, so I'm going to flip this back around on me. Anyway, everybody, take care. Hope you enjoyed this. Going to head to a show tonight. Going to be down on the Strip and then heading over to the stadium tomorrow. Stay tuned for the stadium tour. We will see you then.